Mouz joins Cloud9, tournament split into CS2 and CSGO, another batch of updates, and the Mouz Championship. Good day, friends. In the next few minutes we will tell you about the latest news from the world of Counter Strike. And we can't leave you without a giveaway. Comment your dream team for CS2 and who would play what role. A few random commentators will receive a case code, but don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Only by meeting all these conditions will you participate in the giveaway. And please, include your Twitter name so we can contact you. Good luck, everyone. Well, as you all could already see, CS2 unfortunately remains an unfinished game, desperately needing many issues fixed. But the most critical fix it needs right now is proper optimization, because the technologies used in CS2 shouldn't tax your PC like this. But anyway, enough negativity. Obviously, the developers will be working hard to push out a ton of updates with fixes, which is happening already in fact. The game barely launched and devs are working late fixing it up. Let's quickly run through the current changes. Various bugs were fixed on Mirage and Overpass, missing match point and MVP music was added. And limits were imposed on some graphics commands. Smoke rendering was corrected for AMD GPUs on Linux. Next, they tweaked grenade throwing animation to reduce vision obstruction and fixed players floating inches above the ground on spawn. Various weapon finish and stickers bugs were addressed. Phoenix's red mask color was restored, and missing gear was added back to sweat agent models. A bug preventing loadout shuffling was fixed. That's the feature where you like certain items and they are randomly provided in a match. The death panel remaining on the screen after quick respawn was fixed. Devs also temporarily disabled CSTV and demos to improve server availability so more people can play smoothly, so it seems your match demos will be unavailable for now. Since CS2's launch, Valve has been shipping almost daily updates to the technical side of the game. But what about cosmetics? When can we expect new cases? Don't worry about that. We've prepared limited edition cases timed with CS2 release just for you. Click the link in the comments to freshen up your inventory. We also noticed that after the September 30th update, devs are gradually improving some sticker collections. The developers fixed various visual bugs present for players using Vulkan rendering. To clarify, this rendering is mostly used on Linux systems and the Steam Deck. It can also be launched on Windows with a certain command, but unfortunately it's far from perfect right now. Though according to plan, it should work much faster than DirectX. And judging by the changes, the developers are trying to improve its performance. At some point, we'll get an in-game setting to enable it. Next on the list, they fixed a critical bug breaking Wingman mode gameplay. Sometimes two players with a C4 bomb would spawn on the terrorist team. This has finally been resolved. In addition to fixing bugs, in their blog, devs posted various parameters for launching community servers. Many more settings will come in the future. Pretty soon we'll be able to start lifting servers off their knees and tons of interesting custom modes will appear. The rest of the changes are minor. Various ancient bugs were fixed, grenade sounds were fixed, player animations were fixed, and voting to surrender was fixed too. Fixing shader compilation errors when connecting to servers was also a very important update. Those crashes plugged many players back in the beta, though devs warned it may still occur on AMD GPUs. Smoke and molly behavior was improved, fire extinguishing effectiveness was increased, and a bug creating a fire ring when throwing a Molotov upward was fixed. A bug preventing knife attack interruption by inspection was fixed, movement slowing bugs in certain areas were fixed, and various weapon dropping and throwing improvements were made. And finally, various weapon and glove improvements. Now for some leaks. This update revealing a line related to arms race mode. This is a very good sign, as it likely means they are either working on it right now or improving it to CS2's gameplay standards. After some time, arms race became a signature CSGO mode. It originated as a simple community mode in CS Source. And in general it's pretty popular, unlikely to just be removed. So folks, we hope and wait. We also want to spend some time on Danger Zone. You may have heard that most strings related to this mode were removed from CS2. It's not as obvious as it seems. Yes, a huge amount of values and resources were deleted. But at the same time, new Danger Zone mentions were added. We certainly don't claim it definitely returned, but work is clearly underway with gameplay and items for the mode. We can't know for sure whether it will be the same mode or if they want to reimagine it, because even in CSGO it was quite controversial, though it had great potential. At some point devs simply abandoned it, and the major update that leaked many times never happened. Well, hopefully the devs learn something and we get something really cool. Only time will tell. Swedish esports organization Alliance has opened a Counter Strike2 division. The announcement came via club's official website. "Our entry into CS2 is a monumental moment for Alliance," says Jonathan Lodeberg, CEO and founder of Alliance. "It has been important for us to do this in the right way and in line with our values and values of our fans. Our dedication to fostering talent and creating a supportive and winning culture has allowed us to become one of the most respected organizations in the industry, and that legacy is something we want to bring with us. As we step into the realm of CS2, we are poised to bring the same level of dedication, strategy, and passion to this new chapter." Alliance's CS2 roster consists of Swedish players who previously competed under the 416-ALSK tag. Unexpected news from CIS region. Former Navi captain, now OneWin captain, Boomich, may leave the team and join Cloud9 in place of Hobbit. This rumor is also backed up by Boomich posting a photo with Pikachu. That character was featured on Cloud9 Player Electronics' Steam avatar for a long time. Fans see this as a hint at the former teammates reuniting. As a reminder, Boomich, Electronic and Perfecto played together on Nadas Venturi from 2020 to 2022. Ryan Waker has left Liquid. Coach Daps will stand in for him at the Blast Showdown. Though it's unclear if this will yield better results, they could have made a proper substitution after the event. Snacks has also joined Gaming Legion. The 30-year-old replaces Nealon. The info was published on the club's official social media.
Janek, co jest z tobą? Jesteśmy spóźnieni na trening, a musimy lecieć do Sydney. Wpierdolić kilku kangurom.
Dobra, dawaj, jeszcze mamy parę kurczaczków po drodze, to se coś zjemy. A wy na tym bootcampie w Berlinie to jakiegoś sznycela macie jeszcze wciągnąć?
No jo, przecież jedziemy właśnie na sznycelkę opędzlować do najlepszego miejsca.
A, no bo ja o suchym piesku to się nie usiedzę. Wyrzut. Kurwa.
ESL has announced all upcoming events will take place in CS2, with IEM Sydney first in just 2 weeks. On a game where configs and demos don't work, tons of bugs and stutters, the first official pro matches will take place. Well, we look forward to watching it. Blast has decided not to rush things. Their next showdown will stay in CSGO. And this is what's most disappointing. Some still run tournaments in CSGO, which essentially no longer exist, while others have already moved to CS2. Well, what do the pros think about CS2's release and the new updates? It's driving top players crazy. Here's what Twist writes. "In all honesty, my level has been bad individually. I'm not displaying how I am in practice and ultimately hurt my team when I can't transfer my performance. I don't think this was the case versus Mouz, as I felt like everything I did was countered, either an unlucky flash or spammed through smoke. Inconsistency is a huge problem for me, and at the moment it can be caused by a variety of things. Unfortunately for me, my motivation dropped a lot with CS2 always being in my mind. The effort to find new things, a new smoke or flash, knowing that it will be useless at any time because of the unknown release date of a new game, and also playing the new game and knowing the issues it has at the moment. I let this impact me, and I know I end CSGO with a performance I will regret having. As a professional, it is my job to go into the new game with the best mindset, approach and motivation to be the best teammate and player I can be. See you all in the new game." Zeus shares a similar opinion. "I think within a year, Valve will make a good game, but at this stage it's difficult to talk about transition in tournaments. Lots of bugs, unclear spray patterns, issues with shooting, questions around grenades, very weird textures on maps like Super Bright Mirage. It needs more work to make it fun." Or here's what old-timer Snappy says. "The game is really bad at the moment, but as professional players it's our job to accept it. The game is gonna switch and we just have to adapt. We have to play, we have to have positive eyes on it. I think everyone knows that the game is bad currently. There is 64 tick, there are a lot of issues with the game, and they released it prematurely. But with that said, it's our job to accept that and work with it, try our hardest and just accept it with positive arms despite it being a shit game at the moment." Though not everyone is so adamant. Many like CS2, for example Nico. "CS2 is not really yet for competition, but oh boy, it feels nice to play the new game. Since IEM Sydney will be placed on CS2, I don't see any reason why Blast would want us to play it on CSGO. This also gives us only 3 days of practice between Blast Showdown and IEM Sydney." Or here's what Rob says. "I think there are two ways of seeing this. Some people are saying that it's unplayable. And then some people are saying it's not ready for competition. The game is playable, so the players who are saying it's unplayable are definitely wrong. The game is not ready for competitive matches, but I think going forward with it is the best way to handle it. It obviously needs a lot of work, and we don't even know what the meta is going to be with the new changes, with the smokes, open skyboxes and everything. And the Cloud9 manager summed it all up. It's phenomenal that a developer completely removes functionality of the old game version from the store while completely ignoring the entire industry without providing tools or time to prepare. An industry that heavily promotes your product. Again, it gives the clear impression Valve is acting on a whim, afraid to make a wrong step. No operations, no extra modes. Such moderate hype on top of screwing veterans so badly, I can't even imagine how to practice now with 2 CS versions active, or how to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in general. We completely agree regarding the tournament confusion. Why couldn't they talk with ESL and Blast, choose the most suitable release time, announce it so everyone understands perfectly? But instead, it seems Valve and tournament organizers have no communication at all. Doesn't seem like professionals with multi-million, even billion-dollar budgets. As always, Shroud didn't stay silent. Valorant is currently the best first-person shooter. It's easier to play CS2, much easier to play than Valorant. I'm not kidding. You just don't understand. Simple won't be able to be a pro Valorant player. Anyway, launch of CS2 has been far from successful. Tons of problems out of the gate. Now confusion whether tournaments will be in CSGO or CS2. Some continue in CSGO while others have switched to CS2 already. Unclear how and with whom to practice. Most modes missing still. Community servers are just getting started. Even demos barely work. Not the launch we expected for sure. Now we'll have to wait another 6 months to a year before CS2 at least approaches CSGO's content volume, and maybe in 3-4 years it can finally surpass it. What do you think about the game's launch? Share your thoughts in the comments, it will be interesting to read. And ESL Pro League Season 18 concluded. By the way, Mouz were the champions. In the grand final, they swept Navi 3-0. They took the first map Inferno 16-10, proved stronger on Overpass 16-9, and closed it out in overtime on Mirage 19-15. For their win, Mouz earned $200,000 and slots at IEM Katowice 2024 and Blast Premier World Final 2023. This is Mouz's first LAN win since January 2020. Torzsi was named ESL Pro League Season 18 MVP. It's the first MVP award for the player. Torzsi finished with a 426-305 KD, plus 121 over 22 maps played. His HLTV rating was 1.21. The young player posted a team best 68-45 KD in the final series. All Navi players finished with negative KDs. FARMSKINS was the top performer at 63-64. One interesting occurrence during the event was of course CS2's launch. No offense to ESL. It happened during the Monte Complexity match, all servers crashed and the teams played Overpass without skins on USP, CZ or M4A1S, but it was fixed for the second half. That was all the most interesting news for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video and leave a comment. See you next time, friends.